Let's face it, projects rarely go as planned, people get sick, teams become overcommitted, tasks get delayed, and deadlines pushed out. So how do you keep these changes under control to ensure project success? In this video, we'll show you a powerful way to plan your project with Gantt charts. You'll learn how to organize tasks in a work breakdown structure, track milestones and identify potential bottlenecks, visualize and manage dependencies, control scope creeps, and manage change. We've got lots to cover, so let's get started. First, let's talk about Agile versus Gantt charts. With Jira, it's extremely difficult to manage dependencies since a typical Agile board doesn't reflect the relationship between tasks. You can't present the complete project scope or the completion date with stakeholders through short sprint cycles. You won't be able to track the project progress. Worse, you may overlook obstacles due to a lack of high-level visibility into your team's work. While iteration planning in Jira helps to deliver faster, Gantt charts help to visualize and manage your plan better. That's why modern project managers constantly look for ways to power up Jira with Gantt chart add-ons. A Gantt chart allows you to see all the tasks that need to be done in sequential order. This is called a work breakdown structure. To create this, simply break down a major task into multiple child issues. Your project will become much easier to manage. Imagine an endless list of features or tasks that you want to accomplish, or in Jira, you'd have a product backlog. By translating them into a Gantt chart, you'll have something like this. Based on this chart, your team will be able to see the big picture of the entire project. It's now easier to group related tasks under a parent task, then you can assign them to individual teams respectively. At the same time, a work breakdown structure makes it easier to determine the most effective workflow for cross-functional projects. Let's talk about milestones. Once you have an overview of all the tasks in your work breakdown structure, go ahead and identify the major checkpoints for your project. This can be a task sign-off, a submission for approval, or a transition into the next phase. These checkpoints are called milestones or epics in Jira. You should pay attention to them to measure the project progress towards the ultimate goal. A milestone has a fixed end date, but it doesn't have a duration. It describes the outcome or the process. You can simply convert a task into a milestone, just like this. Milestone tracking is essential to maintaining team momentum. For example, if a milestone is being delayed, you need to adjust the resource allocation from another strand of the project to avoid roadblocks. Another critical area in project management that Agile leaves out are task dependencies. Dependencies indicate the relationships between tasks. As a project manager, you need to visualize the dependencies in your project to avoid conflict in the team's workflow. With a Gantt chart app, you don't have to worry about manually updating the schedule to reflect the dependencies. Simply drag and drop like this to create a link between tasks. As you can see, if you adjust the finish date for this task, the Gantt chart will automatically recalculate and update the timeline of its dependent task as well. By understanding how every task relates to each other, your team will be able to focus on the work that is most crucial to meeting the project's deadline. Dependency visualization provides insights into your project workflow and how teams are collaborating. With milestones scheduled and dependencies identified, you can also keep scope creep under control more effectively. You can baseline issues to track the actual progress against the intended time frame. As soon as there's a sign of delay, you'll be able to spot the bottlenecks. From here, you can evaluate an individual team member's workload. This is to make sure no one is overcommitting. Even if there are changes to your project plan, you can easily review and report them using Gantt charts. But that's a lesson for another time. Subscribe to our channel for more exciting videos and stay tuned.